There is no navigating it. They're going to take all the jobs. There is no building wealth personally anymore.
1, 2, 3, 4.
These tech companies, these tech billionaires are trash. They don't care about us. They are actively trying to destroy us. Like, these people are the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst. Let's see. Let's take a look at this video. How will people generate wealth if AI does everything? That's the $1 million question, isn't it? How are we going to generate wealth if AI does everything? Well, according to these tech billionaires, the government's going to take care of us, right? They're going to give us money. They're going to give us UBI. They're going to give us universal basic income. AI will do everything. You'll just sit down and AI will take care, do the job for you. No. They are out for our jobs. They want AI to take over everything while they rake in all the wealth. That's what they want. They want AI to rake in all the wealth for their company while we get the scraps that the government gives us. And who the hell wants to rely on the government to provide us paychecks every 2 weeks? They're the ones to decide how much we make. No, I want to be the one to decide. I want to work my ass off. I want to go to college, get a job in a meritocratic society where I can work my way up and make more money. Like, I don't want the government to decide how much money I'm going to make. Let's take a look at this crazy shit.
We're able to get to that space, right? Like the movement that happens with AI and with just technology, which will advance quicker, I think, which is one thing that AI feels like to me. It's a fast forward button on technology and on possibility, because
yeah, it's a fast forward button on us losing our jobs and the AI taking over everything and the government having to give us money every month. That's what it's the fast forward button to.
information can be quantified so quick, and a lot of more menial tasks, even though they're not really menial in people's lives, but menial hypothetically, can be done quicker to get a lot of the framework for things done fast. But how will people survive? Like, how do we adjust our structure of finance,
This is the question. And he's saying, like, how do we navigate it? How do we adjust it? There is nothing. To him, Theo, there is no navigating it. They're going to take all the jobs. There is no building wealth personally anymore. The American dream no longer exists for us. The AI is going to be living it.
If some people own the companies that have the AI, and then a lot of people are just using the AIs and the agents created by AIs to do things for them, how will societal members still be able to financially survive? Will there still be money? What is that?
No.
Does that make any sense?
It totally makes sense.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know. Neither does anybody else, but I'll
loser.
tell you my current best guess.
Okay.
Well, I'll say two guesses. One, I think it is possible that we put, GPT-7 or whatever in everybody's ChatGPT. Everybody gets it for free, and everybody has access to just
thank
this,
you. Our great AI overlord is going to give us ChatGPT for free as he takes away all our jobs. This is what this moron is telling us. Who likes this guy?
crazy thing such that everybody can be more productive, make way more money. It doesn't actually matter that you don't own the cluster itself, but everybody gets to use it. Mm-hmm. And it turns out even getting to use it is enough that people are getting richer faster and more distributed than ever before. That could happen. I think that really is possible. There's another version of this where the most important things that are happening are these systems are discovering, new cures for diseases, new kinds of energy.
That's not what he
ways to make
asked you. He asked you, how are we going to keep our jobs? How are we going to build wealth if the AI took our jobs? Where's us in that calculus? Let's see what he says. Right now, he's avoiding the question. Let's see what he says.
Spaceships, whatever. And most of that value is accruing to the cluster owners, us, just so that I'm not dodging the question here. And then I think society will very quickly say, okay, we got to have some new economic model where we share that and distribute that to people. I used to be really excited about things like UBI. I still am kind of excited, universal.
There we go. UBI, universal basic income. The government's going to take care of us, folks. The government's going to take care of us after AI steals all our jobs. This is what they want. They don't give a fuck about you. These tech billionaire weirdos want to create AI to invade every facet of our life, right? We'll even give it to you for free. Oh, how gracious our overlord wants to give us ChatGPT for free and then steal our jobs while we're not looking. And don't worry, the government, who we all know we can trust, will give us money every paycheck. And it's an equal society, right? Because all of us are getting $2,000 a month. No one's making more than the other. Like, no, I want to be able to build, to work hard and make more money. I don't want the government to decide how much money I'm getting every month. Sorry, bro.
Universal basic income where you just give everybody money.
Yeah, you hear that term a lot. Yeah, universal basic income. Yeah, I heard you and Rogan talk about that too a while back.
I still am kind of excited about that, but I think people really need agency. Like they really need to feel like they have a voice.
Yeah, no shit.
Governing the future and deciding where things go. And I think if you just like say, okay, AI is going to do everything, and then everybody gets like a, dividend from that, it's not going to feel good. And I don't think it actually would be good for people. So I think we need to find a way where we're not just like, if we're in this world, where we're not just distributing.
This is the first time this guy has come out and say that, hey, maybe that's not a good idea. But really, at the end of the day, he does not care. He does not care. He wants his company to make money at all costs. And he sees that there is no other way. That's why he's like, oh, UBI, maybe that's not a good idea. We have to come up with a system. As you can see, he does not know. He does not know. Because there is no other way. There is no other way, folks. No one's going to come up with a magic way for us to get involved. AI is going to do our jobs, and the government's going to give us UBI. That's what's going to end up happening if AI takes all our jobs. There's no other way. Us having agency over our own lives and our own jobs and working is not gonna be something that happens once AI takes over everything. Period. How can we? If the AI is doing the job, how are we gonna make money, and how is it going to be meritocratic? How am I going to work my way up to make more money than the next person? How is the AI, my ChatGPT, in Barry's ChatGPT, how is his going to make more than mine, or mine going to make more than his? No, it's going to have to be the same for everyone. But I don't want to make $2,000 the same as Bob down the street. I want to work my ass off and make more money and build my own wealth.
Money or wealth. Like actually, I don't just want like a check every month. What I would want is like a ownership share in whatever the AI creates, so that I feel like I'm participating in this thing that's going to compound and get more valuable over time. So I sort of like universal basic wealth better than universal basic income. And I think I don't like basic either. I want like universal extreme wealth for everybody. But even then, like I think what people really want.
That's never going to happen. Universal extreme wealth for everyone. And how are they going to distribute this? How am I going to get a chat? This is why this is stupid. How am I going to get a chat GPT that makes more money than the next person? Like, who's gonna come up with that system that says that, hey, Billy Bob's chat GPT is a doctor, and Joey Bob's chat GPT is a welder, so he's gonna make more money than what? Why can't I get a doctor chat GPT? Like, this is. Everyone's gonna end up having to make the same amount of money because it won't be fair. In his mind, he's thinking like, I have to say something nice. I have to say something good. So yeah, maybe everyone will be rich. Everyone will be rich. Like that's what AI will bring. No, it's not gonna bring that. It's gonna be a government adjusted UBI check every day. Or every pay period, and they're gonna decide, just like Social Security, when we get a raise and how much we're gonna make. That's it.
Is the agency to kind of co-create the future together, and in a world where it's like the AI is mostly coming up with the new scientific inventions, at least we've got to still have humans like invent the new culture. and have that be a very distributed thing.
Okay, so
Okay, I
now
guess
we're
I-
inventing
yeah, I-
the culture and we're actually not making the money. Like, no, we have to be involved. We have to have agency over our jobs. We have to be the ones that work hard and go to school and figure out what we want to do and make more money through our hard work. How are they going to distribute this evenly? We're all going to be billionaires? That's not going to happen. Right? They're going to be the rich ones and we're going to be getting a UBI check. How are they going to make this meritocratic? How are they going to say how much money each person is getting? This makes no sense.
I see what you're saying, but would that be like an American thing, do you think? Like since it were invented here, or do you think, I'm just wondering, what does that look like, you know?
The economic model of it all, or the whole thing?
Yeah, or is there a dividend of the company that's then is divided up between the masses, sort of?
I mean, a crazy idea, but in the spirit of crazy ideas, is that if the world, there's like roughly 8 billion people in the world, if the world can generate like 8 quintillion tokens per year, if that's the world.
And that's the thing also. You'd have to be generating enough money to pay everyone, for everyone to be rich. How is that even possible? How are these AIs going to be generating enough money for everyone to be rich? It's not going to happen. There's 8 billion people on the planet. So that means they're going to have to figure out how much money each person gets. Right? Even if you were to say the United States has a GDP of like $30 trillion. If you were to distribute that, let's say the AIs are all making 30 trillion. Now, I'm not a mathematician, I haven't done the math. That's not a month. Even if you add up all the countries' GDPs, that wouldn't be enough to make everyone in the planet rich. You're gonna have to distribute it some way. Someone's gonna get more money than others, or everyone's gonna get a shitty $2,000 a month check.
Actually, let's say the world can generate 20 quintillion tokens per year.
Tokens of,
Like each word generated by an AI.
okay.
Just making up a huge number here.
Okay.
We'll say, okay, 12 of those go to, the normal capitalistic system, but 8 of those, 8 quintillion tokens, are going to get divided up equally among 8 billion people. So everybody gets 1 trillion tokens. And that's your kind of universal basic wealth globally. And people can sell those tokens. Like if I don't need mine, I can sell them to you. We could pool ours together for some like new art project we want to do. But instead of just like getting a check, everybody on Earth is getting like a slice of the world's AI capacity. And then we're letting the like massively distributed human ingenuity and creativity and economic engine do its thing. I mean,
AI is not going to produce that much wealth. AI is not going to produce that much wealth. Quintillion, trillion dollars where we can give everyone a decent wage. That's just not going to happen. Like, and not indefinite, even if that is possible, it's not going to happen in the first 20, 30 years of AI development, where when we start losing our jobs, we're going to get a shitty UBI check. AI is not going to just pop up and make tons of wealth. It's going to take years and years and years and years and years. And during that transition, there's going to be a lot of pain of people losing jobs. And AI won't be generating enough money to give us during that time until AI gets to a point where it's producing quadrillion tokens, like this guy's saying. It's just not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a lot of pain. This is nonsense. These people don't care about you. The government doesn't care about you. I do not want the fucking government giving me a paycheck. Get the fuck out of here with that. And I don't want this tech billionaire calculating how much money I get either. Do you guys want that? This guy to figure out how many tokens you get along with some shitty politician in Washington? I sure as fuck don't. Like, I don't want this guy determining how much money I get on any given day. The government either. I want to be in charge of that. I want to figure out how much money I'm making by working my ass off. Like, this is nonsense, and these tech billionaires are trash. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like. Thank you so much. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you don't have to ever experience this insane dystopia this guy's talking about. Anyway, see you in the next one, guys.